You may have guessed from my last video that I have a new furry little friend in my life, and to be honest with you guys, I really wasn't looking for an animal. I surely wasn't looking for a cat. I had this whole experience recently where I was looking for a bird and I was going to adopt a bird, and it was actually a blessing that that whole situation didn't work out.
Wow, darling, you are purring. That is so sweet.
It's red. Does that mean it's recording?
It's the red dot?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are doing so good, little man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Really, he's done incredibly. He's not hurting me, not clawing me.
As many of you know, we had a recent tragedy in the family. Our little black cat Mocha was eaten by a coyote. Now Mocha and my mom developed a particularly strong bond, and it was absolutely devastating for all of us, but my mom in particular. And they talked about Mocha potentially reincarnating into another kitty body. My mom also spoke with a pet psychic. Now it's really interesting because all of this happened around the same time that I was really interested in communicating with animals. Now, my mom was also in communication with Mocha after speaking with her friend and the pet psychic and learning that you can make contact with passed on animals. She proceeded to contact Mocha and believed that they were in communication, as well as she was having some vivid reoccurring dreams about Mocha, and all this led her to believe that Mocha would be incarnating soon in another black kitty body and that she needed to go find her. And I was completely down for all this, so I wanted to help my mom find Mocha. And so I went to this pet adoption, and there was said to be some young black kittens there. She was particularly looking for a young black female kitten with Mocha type eyes and energy. So that's what we were looking for.
Well, I'm adopting Ambrose. I just contacted my contact who was taking care of Ambrose, who's a volunteer with the Starfish Pet Project, and let her know.
Gentle, 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 gentle.
You know, my life is pretty unsettled. I don't know where I'm gonna be. I'm doing all these little trips and things, and I thought, you know what, if there was ever a cat to enter my world and be with me, regardless of what situations are happening where I am, it would be this one. Yeah, so I guess that's it. That's kind of the story of how I ended up with Ambrose, how he's in my life now, and how we're gonna just make it work and be traveling companions together. And wherever I end up, Ambrose is gonna be coming along. I am taking Ambrose on his first ever overnight car camping trip with me. He's probably about 6 months, so he's not like a tiny kitten. So I got him when he was a bit older in general.
But I really wanted him to meet John because Ambrose is super special to me, John is super special to me, and I knew that they were just gonna love each other. John actually was working at an office that day, so we just popped over there and hung out. We got some food at our favorite spot, so good. And can you guys guess where Ambrose is right now?
It's so pretty. And Munchkin is just completely zonked out, so I'm just gonna let him chill as long as he wants. I went to the Good Earth and they have the most incredible, they call it medicinal mushroom pizza. I'm skeptical, it doesn't look as good, but I think it's gonna be tasty, but we'll see. And Munchkin is still sleeping. When he wakes up and he's ready to eat, don't worry, he's gonna get some food too. Is it not freaking amazing that I'm in my little car right now and I have this toaster oven? It's the weekend and it's the beach and people like to drink. Plus it's like decent weather. I'm right up in it, y'all. So many people.
Everyone go away. People, no, just me and my cat.
But it smells, oh my goodness. Wow. So there's those people out there kicking it, and there's people in front, and then there's people that keep walking by, and I'm just back here eating my freaking dinner. There's the moon. Here's little man.
Look at that. The ocean. The ocean. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, there's grease coming out of this. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna... Don't worry guys, I'm not littering. I'm just putting that there for the moment. Food for you. Someone is so excited. Here, bud. Here, bud. I think I'm gonna feed him right here. Check this out, monkey. I don't know, I come up with all these nicknames. Monkey.
Oh yes. Oh my goodness, it's so good.
He just lit up. Oh, you want more? Seemed like you were done. Okay. I'm thinking you might have to go potty. It's been a while. This is his potty. I like this because it has a lid, and like I said, there's Adventure Cat's websites and stuff, and this one Adventure Cat, this is kind of a similar thing that they use, and they said because this is tall, it prevents a lot of the litter from like going out. Someone's going potty. I'm sorry to, you know, disturb the privacy, but I'm just so happy. See? Told you. We're not littering. I seriously am a freaking crazy cat mom, dude. Like, I'm like, all right, I gotta have his water dish, I gotta have his snacks, I gotta have his food, I gotta have his litter, I gotta have his harness, his leash, I gotta have his carry backpack. This is our bed. We're sleeping together because he loves sleeping with me. He does. It's the, oh my God, I could die. Maybe surfers like it like this. There is still absolutely no beach whatsoever. Wow. I'm headed away. I'm going to a toilet. Sorry, TMI, but it's true. And I've just been talking to people, and Ambrose just is chilling. It's amazing.
I want to give a huge shout out to Jackery. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video today. Without Jackery's products, I really wouldn't be able to do a lot of what I do in this video.
I'm doing my first paid campsite right now since I started camping in this car. I'm really lucky because I didn't reserve anything. And she said, there's so many spots, you can pick your spot. And I was like, just give me the prettiest, most secluded one. AKA Ambrose, AKA my traveling cat, is sleeping. So I'm like, should I wake him up? Should I show him around? Should I wake him up? I want to get my drink. So we're doing car camping right now, but I want to do other type of camping too. So I can get Ambrose on the game to do all different types of camping and stuff because I'm just dipping his toes in. So it's kind of sad, but I have no wood. I wasn't even sure if you could have fires here because fire season and stuff like that, and I'm not really used to making fires on my own. I'm just gonna be honest, but what the hell, paid camp spot with no fire, and you can have fire, but I have no wood. I feel like I have failed us today. Donna's tamales. Bomb diggity. And then the cabbage, all it is some Savoy cabbage cooked with some ghee and some kitchery spices. So while I was putting everything away, I was like, gosh, I wish I could just hook Ambrose onto something. And I ended up hooking him onto this, and it worked really good. Hey, buddy. I think what I need, by the way, he's got a potty, is a long rope so that when we're just kicking it at base camp, which would be whatever camp we're at, then he can roam around. Like if it's at a spot like this where it's safe, and we're leash training him, so he's gonna be a walking cat, like walking like a dog.
Look at him go. Come on, Ambrose. Good boy.
Now it's time to do my full moon ritual, and this one was particularly special because this was the full moon of November 2021, where there was a partial eclipse, and it was the longest partial lunar eclipse since 1440, and the longest until 2669. So very special time, great for new beginnings and just intention setting. So I lit some sage, got my wonderful, beautiful moonstone crystal, and sat for a short 10-minute meditation.
I love soft-boiled duck eggs and eggs in general, but oh my gosh.
I just want to share before we go any further that I have a connection with homeless people. My dad was homeless for over a decade, living on the streets. He spent many years living in a van as well. I've actually spent some time homeless on the streets, and I've hung out with homeless people. And they're a population of people who get judged pretty ferociously. It's more easy to connect in with compassion for where they're at and understanding instead of judgment.
One. I'm scared of you, man. Good boy. I like to give him treats after we get back from walks. And I'm scared of the little bastard. I gave him a treat one time and he freaking bit the big Jesus out of my fingers, man. He drew blood. I'm parked a little bit away from the park, just kind of like off on a side street, just because everyone and their mama would be looking at me, wondering what I'm doing, all about my business. That's kind of how it is. This looks so amazing. Like, oh my goodness. There we go. What the hell? When I was like setting up, when the camera was off, someone like went in there. I was like, should I say anything? I just didn't say nothing. Ambrose is in the car, if anyone's wondering. He's just sleeping. It's been a lot for him today. This building that I ate my dinner at, this is actually a student housing building. So everyone is going in there as a student at UC Berkeley, and I used to be one, but I was a little bit older as an undergrad because I started going there when I was 24 and I graduated when I was 26 because I was a transfer student. There you go, little bro. I'm fed, little bro is fed. The next mission is to find a spot to camp, to park, to sleep for the night. Hi. Either way. Ambrose, come here. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Ambrose. So I've been coming here since I was a little girl with my dad, with my mom as well. When you enter the world of homeless people, street people, they really take you in and they share everything that they have with you. It's like when you don't have anything, somehow you're more generous. At least that's been my experience. So there was this one woman who helped us get some money by spanging. I don't know if they still call it that, but spanging is like when you're, you know, on the street with a little cup asking people for money. So we spanged, we got some money. They shared their pizza with us. Are you ready, little dude? Ambrose and I are headed to the pet store. We're gonna get him a long lead leash. Oh my goodness, they were gonna charge me full price. With tax, it would have been 27 something. Instead it's 13 something. So thank gosh that I knew the inside scoop, because it said I could do a pickup, a store pickup, and it would be that price. I let him know. I was like, look, I don't mind doing it online, and then this is the pickup, and he was like, no, it's cool, and he just put it in.
Doing a backyard camp might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but we happen to have a particularly big yard, so there's plenty of space. We actually once had a camp out here with multiple people camping out in the backyard, tents kind of all over the place. It's a really big, beautiful, wonderful space to camp, even if it is just in the backyard.
Now, if it were up to me, which I guess it is, but I would just leave it like this. Look at it. Oh my goodness, it's so nice where you could just lay there, look up at the sky, at the stars if there are any. But I do know that it gets very wet here at night, and it might get very wet. Bernie wants to say hello. Hi, darling. I love you.
It's okay, little man. It's okay.
30 foot is definitely long as hell. Is this scary, little bro? You alright? You alright, little bro?
I'm about to talk about a cool little synchronicity that happened, and I just want to say that I really enjoy paying attention to little synchronicities that happen in my life. It makes life feel really special and almost like a video game.
I decided to put the top on so that me and Ambrose aren't super wet in the morning, and my mind is blown, you guys. Are you not seeing something like completely matching something else? Look at this. Yellow, gray, yellow, and gray. It's incredible. They're completely matching. And the company, they have two different designs of this model, like two different color schemes. They sent me this one. The synchronicities happening in my life are ridiculous. It's dinner time. Oh yes, I'm hungry. And I'm actually cheating a little bit because I'm leaving and I'm gonna go to dinner and see some live music. When I was doing this video, or when I planned to do this video, this was not the plan, but then it became the plan. So I'm gonna take Ambrose inside. I'm gonna go get ready for dinner. And then once we get back, I'm going to grab Ambrose and we're gonna come down and sleep in the tent. I have some disappointing news. So I talked to my mom. You know how the tent is like all mesh on the inside? And then Ambrose was kind of jumping on the outside of it, and it freaked me out because I was like, oh, no, Ambrose, don't do that. And I was talking to my mom. I was like, you know, I'm a little concerned that like, what if Ambrose, all he would have to do would claw the tent basically and it would rip it. And it's a new tent that my mom recently got. She's like loves it, and it was really expensive. So I don't really trust going in there with Ambrose. I just don't want to ruin my mom's tent. So I think I have failed this video. I feel like I failed us today, but I don't think we're gonna be camping. And I don't want to go camping there by myself because I don't want to leave this little munchkin all by himself.
5 or 6 months ago, I moved into my 2009 Volkswagen Beetle full time. Before that, I was living in a big, beautiful house that my folks recently moved into, and I was renting their attic space. They were giving me a sweet deal on rent. It was a big, beautiful space. It had its own bathroom, and with Bay Area, California rent prices skyrocketing, I felt really, really blessed to be there. But as time went on, it just wasn't really working out. So instead of moving into a 1-bedroom in someone else's house for like $1,000, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna move into my car. So with winter approaching, I really knew that I did not want to spend a full winter living in my car 100% of the time. So I spoke with my parents, and we decided that it was a good option for me to move into the trailer in their backyard. A friend actually decided that they wanted to rent me a room in their house for super cheap. I was going to take them up on the offer until I realized Hadley didn't put that much stuff back into the trailer. I think it can make it work. And while I was waiting to move into the trailer, it just became apparent that, you know what, I don't think I should live in the trailer either. It's a little bit too close, and it's probably best if I find my own place. But it looks like I'm not going to be living by myself. I found a room for rent in the Bay Area that I can afford, and I decided to go for it, even though it's going to be a big change from what I'm used to. Car is fully packed to the gills.
I'm here. I made it.
After I got all the stuff into the room and brought Ambrose out of the bag, he's been super snuggly with me. I wonder if he was a little bit concerned that like I was gonna bring him somewhere else, you know, and leave him, and then he realized, oh, that's not happening, was like super happy about it. I tried to reassure him and let him know, like, look, you're not going anywhere, we're still gonna be together. But he was really, really affectionate. And honestly, he's so much happier traveling in the car outside of a carrier, outside of an animal bag or a carrier. Like, he's so much happier. Granted, if I did crash, as someone pointed out, you know, it would not turn out well for him, but people drive with their animals outside of cages all the time. It looks like a big old mess in here, like no progress has been made, but let me tell you what, a lot of progress has been made. And you'll never guess what, I'm actually supposed to go on a dinner date. Yeah, a date with a dude for the first time, like, ever. But anyways, I haven't heard from them, and I'm not mad about it. I'd be cool if I did. I just want to relax, to be honest with you. Well guys, he did contact me, so I guess I'm going. But I thought we were gonna go out to eat. He wants to either cook something together or order some food.
What's up with that? What's he trying to do? Get me to his house?
I don't know. And he was like, dress code casual. So anyways, that's what's going on. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. I hope it was enjoyable for you. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.